Hey, y'all, welcome to Geek Freaks. I am Frank, and today I'm joined by Squeaks.
Yours.
And
I really wanted to cut you off there.
you're just not fast enough. I know you always get them games going, so I got to be prepared for those. We
I
also
got
have
nervous.
Thomas. I know you get nervous. We got Thomas today, too, guys.
What's going on, everybody?
All right, today we have so much to talk about, including WB's new Lord of the Rings movies. Yeah, believe it or not. Nintendo and Call of Duty, and Tom Holland's big plans. But first, I got a question for you guys. By the way, before we do this, we're going to be posting the question of the week on Twitter and Instagram. So if you guys want to get a head start on that, maybe even add your own response, we'll try to get a couple of those peppered in. But first, here's ours. What's your all-time favorite comic book series, and why do you love it so much? Squeaks, let's start with you.
All right, so I'm not gonna say the obvious, which is I always go through Spawn, right?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that this time, right? So I'm gonna throw out like two of them that I'm super enjoying. And it's not all the time, obviously. One is Walking Dead. I'm following it with the series. I'm loving it way more than the series period because it's just straight to the business and to the fluff. I'm super enjoying that. But one that might be a little shocker that I wanted to bring up because I kind of enjoyed the little series out of it is Power Rangers Shattered Grid. And that one's yeah, that one's basically like just all the dimensions based, different Power Rangers coming together, and the Green Ranger Tommy in one dimension becomes Lord Draken, if I'm saying his name right. And a little bit why I like that one so much is there's loss in that series, and you kind of feel with some of the Rangers like really being emotional because of other Rangers losing their lives. So I like the Power Rangers Shattered Grid, most definitely.
Is that a current run right now, or is that one that already came out?
It came out. It's been, oh goodness, it's pretty old now.
Okay.
It's just something. Yeah, it's just something I remembered, and actually just something I recently picked up and finished the series again for.
I think we interviewed the creator of that comic, by the way, just so you know. So I'll have to. I'll let you know since you don't listen to Geek Freaks. I'll let you know.
Oh
yeah. He's like, I'll get you a signed copy.
Shout out to Melissa Flores. That was a really good interview, by the way. She currently does. She works in the Radiant Black world, so keep an eye on that for Image Comics. What about you, Thomas? What do you got? What's your favorite comic book series?
Yeah, so I was thinking about it. I don't know, something new that's really sticking out, but I think that I gotta go with Blackest Night. I think that series back in 2010 would just, oh man, it was so damn good.
That's Jeff Johns,
I hadn't read anything like it. Yeah, Jeff Johns.
Okay.
Yep. So that was one of my favorites by far.
That is dope. I got to go with Thor, especially Donny Cates' Thor. But generally, anytime Thor is on scene, I'm good. I grew up reading Thor a lot, and Donny Cates' run is just so perfect. It is what I'm reading right now, but there is a comic book series that I just started recently that I have been crazy for, but I'm not going to talk about that till the end because that's my recommendation. But it is so damn good that I'm about to send Squeaks a copy of the comic book just because it's that fucking good.
I love when you send me stuff in the mail.
Oh, yeah. It's been a bit. Have you rewatched Waterworld yet?
Yeah. Thank goodness. I just wore my Pocus Hocus shirt again though recently. So
nice. There we go. There's another one.
Yeah.
Well done for a shout out. All right, let's go ahead and get into the news. We're starting off with a Cocaine Bear review. Have either of you guys watched Cocaine Bear yet?
Not
but I want to.
So I had two options. I could watch the new Avatar movie, or I could watch Cocaine Bear.
Oh man, you're already gonna make me quit this podcast right now. Don't even start off like that. God.
I promise. I'm putting it on record right now. I promised Squeaks that I'd watch Avatar with him. Since then, I've watched Ant-Man and now Cocaine Bear. So I've already told him I'm buying our tickets for next week. We are watching Avatar 2 if it's still in theaters by then. And I'm buying the tickets.
Oh my God.
I saw that you had a review for Ant-Man, and when I saw that, I was like, this motherfucker spent money on Ant-Man, but not Avatar, right? Then after you had Cocaine Bear, I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm texting him right now. I said, I can't believe you are throwing money at these movies. Oh, goodness.
I will say, though, Cocaine Bear, especially matinee level, I watched it during a matinee, totally worth watching, guys. It's exactly what you think it is. It's messy. It's just for fun. I compared it to Lake Placid or like Twister, like those 90s movies where you watched it once and you were like, not watched it once, but they don't need to make sequels to it, you know? I feel like nowadays everybody's immediately, including myself, is thinking like what could be the sequel. And of course, people are already pitching sequels to this. Like it's like with that Megan movie. We don't need sequels to movies that are good. They could just be their own thing. That's what Cocaine Bear is. It's Ray Liotta's last movie, and he did a really good job in it as a mob boss. And for the most part, you're just watching this bear totally doped out on cocaine, tearing through people, and you're rooting for the bear the entire time. You're like, oh, more cocaine? Heck yeah! There's a part where two, 10-year-olds both eat a big chunk of cocaine. And you're like, what? I'm surprised they even filmed this scene. Why is this on camera right now? And by the way, it doesn't affect the kids, so I don't know. I guess I'm not saying you can, but the movie's saying you could eat cocaine and be okay. I'm just saying, put it out there.
I'll try it out.
Elizabeth Banks is out of her mind.
Elizabeth Banks directed this. Yes, good point. And it was so much fun. I hope she does more of these. This was a lot of. It's like a little bit classier than a Sharknado too. I didn't feel like I was watching like a bad movie. It was actually good. It was just crazy fun. Totally worth the watch, guys. I spent $10 for the movie ticket and then like another probably $7 for the popcorn, which was ridiculous, but I did. And totally worth your time, guys. So go check out Cocaine Bear if you want. God, it was so crazy fun. So good. Next, we got Mortal Kombat 12 is coming this year alongside Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. Are you buying all three of those?
Oh man, that's insane to me. Just this 3 like blockbuster fighting games coming out in the same year. I'm more like buying 2, waiting for the other one to go on sale. And the one that mine is Tekken. I played quite a bit of Tekken 7 recently. And it's fine, but it's just not my forte. You know, I'm more of, most definitely Mortal Kombat's my top, and then Street Fighter is shortly right behind that. And from what I've seen from Street Fighter, especially Cammy, that's my girl. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing on Street Fighter. Okay. But I'm super interested of some of the characters that possibly maybe going to Mortal Kombat 12 though, and how deep they could pick from the rosters or new characters. I think a shocker was having that oh god, I'm blanking out.
Hurry up.
Nighthawk, Night. Oh gosh, man, I'm forgetting the name.
Yeah, from number 3 or something like that. He's from back in the day, right?
Yeah, something like, God, I'm blanking out. It's been a while since I put on a Mortal Kombat 11. But then again, when Spawn came out, who gives a shit about the rest of the roster for me, right? And so I was like, I must master Spawn. And so, but yeah, I'm interested to see that cast and play new combos and whatnot. So
I think right before that game comes out, we need to have you on so you can explain the story of Mortal Kombat, because it sounds like Cocaine Bear wrote it on a typewriter.
Honestly, it's what WB does best, right? Dimensions. NetherRealms, WB, it feels like the same thing with DC. With the DC
exactly. You're nailed. Yeah, that's I'm about to say that's shitty. Then you said DC, and I was like, yeah, okay, right. Yeah, Zack Snyder made the entire Mortal Kombat universe. That's what happened.
Yeah, and that seems like it honestly seems like their go-to. That's how I feel when it comes to WB and NetherRealms getting together.
Yeah. So I want you to kind of run down the story there. We'll have you do that, and then we'll have Dana try to explain Metal Gear Solid one of these days. It's like, okay, so this guy Big Boss, and then there's other Big Boss, and then it's like, okay, you're
and then you hide in a box.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. Trying to get a horse to shit is my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, I'm down for that though. I'll definitely put a story together.
Hell yeah! Valve bans 40,000 Dota cheaters using a honeypot. So let me explain what this honeypot is. Basically, the cheat is you can see stuff that other players can't. So they put a code in that only the cheaters will be able to see, and if you saw that code, well, they knew you cheated, so they banned you right away. 40,000 players. Any of you guys playing Dota?
Yeah, it's been some time. I have.
I suck at that game. I can't play for shit.
Dude, honestly, I think I suck because of the cheaters. That's what it is.
Oh, well, then you're good now.
There you go.
Yeah, other than that, I need to log back in. I might be able to get some pretty good rank on me, so. Yeah, it is.
Oh, man. Next, Venom 3 is in pre-production. Now, I think the Venom movies are fun to watch. I'm not holding my breath for the next one. I know Daniel loses the shit for it. Thomas, are you a fan of these?
Oh, I did not like the last one.
Yeah.
Like, I mildly liked the first one, and the second one was like, it had Woody Harrelson in it, so I was on board, but just did not understand his hair and the shirt and the whole Scream thing. It didn't work for me, but Tom Hardy's coming back, so that's great.
Yeah, and if we could get, do you think we might get a Holland appearance? Because, I mean, he showed up in the Spider-Man movie. You think it's a possibility?
And they should. Still under contract with Sony. I mean, I think we're going to be talking about it a little bit, the Tom Holland contract, right? But I hope so.
I'm hoping so, too. What do you think, Squeaks?
Dog shit. No, it sucks because, I mean, I love Venom forever, right? Um, but I'm not. I'm not a huge fan of these movies at all. I think they're horrible. This anti-hero stuff is not really what I want to see. I just want to see,
Yeah.
Venom being a villain. But it seems like that's what we're always going to do when it comes to making the main character a villain, a main character in the movie. Um, I am interested to see if they do this Tom Holland thing because this whole, that whole ending on it was Spider-Man, right? Yeah, Spider-Man that had that ending with Venom in it. So I'm interested to see if they're going to tie that in, or is that their scapegoat out of doing something like that now?
It could be, yeah. And
Um,
it kind of felt like
yeah,
wasted a little bit too, the way they treated him. So I hope that they do at least pay
yeah,
that off
yeah.
somewhere. You know.
That
Yeah.
was such a waste. In Mexico, didn't even see any of the main cast, then just went back to his universe.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Why did you guys
That
even
was so
come
Yeah.
out?
weak.
Yeah.
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 I am excited to see Venom in the new Spider-Man game, though. Like that's such a day one purchase for
Oh
me.
yes.
I cannot wait.
Mhm.
The Spider-Man games are so perfect, and then Venom's in there, and he'll probably be a straight up villain for almost all of it, and then maybe something bigger will come around. Maybe the King in Black or something like that will come around. That's too big, but and then
Mm.
he'll team up with us. That's too big of a
Maybe if
villain.
they didn't drop the ball with Gore, we would have got the King in Black.
That's true. Yeah, actually, that threw everything off
Oh
with the
yeah.
MCU. Yeah, I still liked him though. I still like Gore. I know he's not our Gore, but he's still a good Gore in my opinion. He's just a little bit more Pennywise than I expected.
Yeah, yeah.
Orlando Bloom wants to return as Will Turner for Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, they're kind of working on two different Pirates of the Caribbean movies right now. One that's this female lead one, and one that might have Johnny Depp come back. So, do you think we need to see any more Will Turner? What do you think, Squeaks? I know you're a Pirates man.
Yeah, the first three and the rest just became garbage. But I know I'm just like shit on everything we're talking
I
about
know you're
today.
spicy mood tonight.
Start
Damn.
producing better shit, okay? Um. Uh. So what? Do I want to see more Will Turner?
Yeah. Do you think we need to bother
Um.
seeing him?
Not really. I think I'm kind of over it, and I think I want to move on. Like the female lead Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm kind of down for because it feels like would be a fresh start. I don't need to see Johnny Depp anymore in it. But it would be kind of interesting to see if they revisit Will Turner's time on the Davy Jones ship.
Yeah.
Um, but then again, I could see it just continuing off of when he was released from his curse, and maybe you might see more of a. It'd be cool to see more of like a tougher, rugged Will Turner. That's something that's been through like hell
Yeah.
and back in a way.
That's what Orlando
Um,
Bloom's pitching. He's
yeah,
like, Will Turner's been dragging his ass across the bottom of the ocean. Let's see what it looks like. And so I was like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, if it's rough like that, then sure. But also, I don't know if Orlando Bloom can really portray a rough character too well. He always just kind of seems like he's a little bit not soft. I know he can kick my ass, but just a little bit
I don't
softer than
know.
the people around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Legolas
I mean,
can, but not Orlando Bloom by himself.
Yeah.
there's not a lot of real these tough characters in Pirates of the Caribbean unless they are the villain. To be honest, because if you look at the heroes, I mean, you could kind of go, what's the main guy in the first one? The main villain. I'm blanking out his name. Barbosa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You could
I love
kind of him, and that's about it, really. Other than
Yeah.
that, like, let's get a new I don't know, experience type someone. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. Last thing here out of the quickies, we got Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League will be a live service game. Now, Thomas, you and I spoke about this a little bit, and right away I was like, well, then I'm not buying it day one, if at all. And you were like, oh no, I like live service games. I'm a big Avengers fan still. Let us know what you think about this, boss.
I'm already laughing. Like, I'm on board with that. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, the best part about the Avengers game was friends I made from it and playing with so many different people. So I was on board with the live service part. Just didn't do a good job with end game content. So if they take learnings from the Avengers game and bring it into Suicide Squad, I'm gonna have fun. So yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah, as long as it's got a good campaign, I'll still play it like I did with Avengers. That just was such a downer. I had so many because I thought it was gonna be the new Arkham game, so I was like, fuck yeah, man, give me that Arkham style. What do you think, Squeaks?
Yeah, if we're comparing to the Avengers, they learned of like what the end games. I enjoy the Avengers. One of the few, right? But if they could fix the issues, like there was one where I'm beating up Taskmaster, and that was a tough level, and it was a long fight, and then the game like kind of glitched out, froze on me, and then when I logged back in, I didn't get any of those rewards. So if those fixes cannot be present with this new game with Suicide Squad, then I'm all down for it. I don't really have a problem with the whole live service ordeal. Like I said, I did enjoy the Avengers. I think what's shocking though, I just want to bring up is I did not expect this game to look like a Crackdown style type game. I was
Yeah,
not.
really
It
weird,
threw
right?
me off. Yeah, it
Yeah.
threw me off. I wasn't. I was hoping it's not like an Arkham, but I was not expecting Crackdown type
They
game.
all have this extreme mobility that I think is only
Yeah,
maybe DCU had it. But yeah, it's definitely Crackdown. Let's see how that
yeah,
goes.
yeah. Threw me
Yeah.
off.
Not
All
the
right,
right look.
not the
Well,
right look. We'll
what
see.
characters are we picking now?
Oh shit, good
Ooh, that's a
question.
good one.
Ooh, I never would have thought about this before, but that boomerang, like the ability to bounce around on dudes, was pretty cool ability.
Yeah, yeah,
I might have to try that
The
out.
takedown, like assassinating the guy with the boomerang, was pretty tight. I
Yeah,
like that as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
But I gotta go with Anawe. King Shark
yeah,
all the way, baby.
yeah.
yeah. King Shark. Yeah. Harley's kind of turned me on in this, but King Shark was pretty cool when he was slamming down
Usually,
on the ground and stuff like that. But yeah, but that's kind of like that Hulk style. So I think I'm gonna. And I played a lot of Hulk on the Avengers, so I think I'm gonna veer off from that.
yeah.
So,
Maybe I
Safe
could build
bet.
like a ranged boomerang guy. That'd be cool if I can keep the range. I like that.
Okay, this is the thing with that game though. Like he has the boomerangs, but everybody has two sets of guns. I don't understand that though. It's like I'm a little skeptical about that.
Yeah, he's got like boomerangs that he throws rapid fire, and then some boomerangs he throws slow. Maybe I don't know.
Right,
Like
or
they
he had
have
a
to.
shotgun and a machine gun on top of it. So
Does
it
he
kind of
really actually
defeats-
have guns?
Yes.
What the
So
fuck?
kind of is like, what is the point of the boomerangs?
Oh my god, I'm not playing this game. Fuck that shit.
it's gonna be like an ability thing, guarantee it. Like
Yeah.
he only
Right.
pops those boomerangs out when you pop ability or something.
So his
Good
name is
point.
Boomerang. Oh my god. Okay, well then King Shark better not use his teeth at all until it's like a fit. That's exactly what they're gonna do. He's gonna use a gun the entire time. Oh my god, so dumb.
Yeah, they all had guns basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Watch Squeak stream it because I'm not going
I'll
to.
probably be streaming it, knowing
There you
that I
go.
like shitty games.
check out the joystick stream for that one.
Goodness.
All right, let's get into some of the media conversations here. We have WB is making new Lord of the Rings movies. Immediately, I am so worried about that statement. Do you trust WB to try to go back to Lord of the Rings, Squeaks?
Wow. I think when I watched the original trilogy, I want to say yes, right?
Yeah.
Um, I wasn't a huge biggest fan of the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. I know that's different, right? Or did WB did Amazon, right?
No, that's
That was straight Amazon,
completely,
right?
and it will not touch that
Okay.
series, by the way.
Okay.
So
Okay, which is kind of a good actually because I was only really liking that series until when it got close to the end is when I started actually feeling for all the characters. So I don't know. It's scary, man. It's scary to touch something classic like that. That's like the Jurassic World, right? Like,
yeah,
fuck. I mean, I'm gonna say out of the three Jurassic Park movies, the first one obviously is what I'm referencing to
of
when you're
course.
trying to touch something that's already gold. But I'm gonna welcome all new Lord of the Rings shit because I'm ready for it.
Great point. I'll definitely watch it. I like how you compared it to Jurassic Park because it's not rebooting the original movies. They said they're going to make new movies that take place during the same time as Lord of the Rings. I hope they don't go Hobbit with it with a pile of CGI like we got towards the last of the fights there. You and I both read The Hobbit. Actually, I think Thomas, you know, I
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about it. You did it too. So I was geared for The Hobbit coming out. And the first one I think was great. I mean, me and Joe still send each other links to the guy singing the song around the fireplace today. So we do it all the time. So I'm ready for that. But I just don't want to see too much CGI. Just calm it down. Let's see some real armor, real locations. Film random New Zealand hills. I'm always down for that. And that's my best bet. I don't know.
I just don't think they need to drag it on. Like The Hobbit didn't need to be dragged out for 3 movies. You know,
No.
like if they whatever they do, keep it concise, get the action, get the story beats that we like, and then move on. I don't think every movie needs to be 3 hours and 3 sets of movies.
Yeah. They'll make them long too. But yeah, you're right. They
I
don't need
bet,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think like that's I have memories of those movies being long anyway. Like I
Mhm.
don't know, just something about like when you hit the 3 hour mark, you're like, that's a Lord of the Rings movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I don't,
true.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but I'm okay with it being if they're doing like multiple movies like they're saying. We don't need like 3 of that same story, right? I'm fine with just one really great Lord of the Rings movie, and then just the next one is something different. I wish it wasn't in the same time frame though. It would be nice to be something fresh and
Well, it could be something
oh,
fresh.
spring probably boring, but yeah.
Well, think about that time frame though, because we have Sauron in full on "I'm going to conquer the world" mode. But what's going on in the South? Like, you know what I'm saying? We could see things going on in the South where like one side's wanting to go with Sauron, which we see them in the movies for a second, but maybe there's an entire faction down there that doesn't. That's what I like. So that there's this,
Okay.
it's like making movies in the Game of Thrones world where you know the White Walkers are coming, but now let's see how they handled it in Dorne. Like I like that idea. You're just setting up the big bad, the overarching thing. Maybe that'll force them to keep this story smaller because we don't need to get Bilbo or Frodo to the Mount Doom. We're good. So I don't know. There might be something there. Maybe they'll keep it smaller because of that.
Okay. I can see that. I did that. I did that.
Yeah, got on board with that.
So
Yeah, sign him. Where's the
WB
contract
is
at?
yeah. I know they don't. Listen to me, guys.
Listen to
Sign me
Mel.
on. I'll take the small contract and find out that WB. This is during earnings call where they're basically saying like, look, we're just going to try to make money because we saw this with Disney. We keep talking about that each week. So they're going to make what works. They even referenced in the earnings call. Get ready, Squeak. Sit back in your chair. They're thinking about making new Harry Potter movies.
Oh, fucking shit. Okay. I'm only saying that because it could go like
Yeah, same with the
extremely
Lord of the
well or
Rings.
extremely bad. There's no middle ground.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh my god. I don't know. That's
And he
scary.
dropped the term Harry Potter movie too. It's not like, oh, we're going Fantastical Beasts. We're talking HP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Burn that series. So let's not bring that up on the show anymore.
I am currently reading Harry Potter, so I'm kind of like digging it and getting into it. So I'm like, I might have to watch Fantastical Beasts, although Squeaks told me not bother.
Yeah, I know. I bought 2 out of 3 DVDs too because I own all the other Harry Potters. I haven't bought the last one yet. Probably Black Friday $2 deal or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fuck. Yeah, God, if I could, revisit the world of Harry Potter. I mean, obviously I'm doing that right now with Hogwarts Legacy, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Too many hours on that. That's why you don't see me on this computer anymore. Okay.
How many
I've
hours do you
not
have on that
touched
so
this thing.
far?
As much as I can with like the kids and everything. I think I'm at 13, 14 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, not as much as I want it to be, but
Right.
I can only get certain times of the day.
I'm
to
like
play it,
6
so-
hours, so I'm not too far ahead of you either. So
Okay.
I'm not
okay.
even.
I'm at 30,
What a nerd.
You're at 30.
Fucking
Damn.
and it's not
Dude,
even
but
the
I
game
wanna
I
be
play
at
the
that.
most right now.
What are you playing the most
It's-
right now?
I just finished Midnight Suns this past weekend,
Oh,
and
that's
I
right.
really,
Oh,
really
okay,
am
I'm playing
liking
that too.
that. Yeah, I got through it. Once you get through all the dialogue and all the friendships and everything, but with the success of Hogwarts Legacy, I see why they would want to make more Harry Potter movies. Because people are so high on Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. It just makes sense, like cash into that.
And the thing is, like, just sign whoever like came up with the story of this game. Fucking sign them for the movies.
Oh, great.
Oh
point.
my god, man! It's
That's a
not
good
even.
point.
I can't believe this Potter Key is what the company whatever.
Portkey.
Porky. Yeah.
Portkey.
Yeah.
Should be Potter Key. But I can't believe how a big game finally came out and it was just fucking perfect. Like I didn't have no
Yeah.
issues. I had some sound issues with it, whatever, but that's like stuff that patch it. I can ignore it right away because this thing is phenomenal. But even like the story's great too, and the detail to the story is insane. Like, damn, man.
Dude, you know what I love about the stories is like it's not the best story in the world, but I am so enthralled in it. Like I want to know what's going on with these goblins. Ancient magic. That girl that's
Yeah,
training back in the day, I know she's gonna turn on somebody. Like it's a pretty straightforward story, but it
Yeah.
feels so real. It's not like it's a video game story or something like that where like I have to force things along. I'm just really I can't wait to hear what's next in the story. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
I actually probably would have read this story as its own book, and
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Definitely.
it really
yeah,
could be a
definitely.
movie. I think it's a good
They
idea.
get the details right that just make the world feel so true to Harry Potter, and I think that's why they really crushed it.
Yeah.
It's like they paid attention.
Some of it too, Frank. When you go on, I do want to say because I always wanted to compare this. I want to compare this to an MMO because it
Yeah.
does feel like the world is alive. And some of it is. I'm at a part now, and I don't know if you've experienced it yet. Where the seasons are changing, and I'm at Hogwarts now, and there's jack-o'-lanterns everywhere, and I'm just like, I don't even need to play. I could just walk around here and just do nothing for hours.
I've been streaming myself play the game, and there's been countless times where I'm like, guys, look at this painting. Like I'm
Yeah,
just stopping,
yeah.
and I'm like walking past the statues enough times for them to like attack each other or something like that. Like I freaking love this world so much, and that's what it is. That's why I was like, I have to pick up a copy of this book because I've never appreciated Harry Potter like this before, and it's just this world is so freaking cool, and I want more of it, and I get why people are so crazy fans for it, and damn, it's just amazing. One of my favorite things about the game, this is silly, is just attending classes. Cause I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
a new class, and like, let me learn. Like, it feels real almost, So, So freaking good. Yeah, so please don't fuck this up, WB. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Nintendo signs a 10-year deal with Xbox to be able to lock in Call of Duty. Now, guys, doesn't this feel weird? Like, I can't tell you the last time. I mean, basically, GoldenEye, when Nintendo was in the first-person shooter games like this, right? I can't think of a game recently that was that way.
Yeah, this just seems like a weird partnership. I guess why I understand why they would do it, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't think of Call of Duty and think of playing on my Switch. I think of playing on my Xbox or PlayStation. No, Nintendo seems like a weird partnership here.
Yeah. Specifically, Nintendo or Xbox says it will have all the exact features that is offered by the latest Xbox and PS5, which is like bullshit.
Right? Like, how?
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless it's a hint because they did say Switch is pretty much done next year.
Yes. That was the thing
yeah,
too, is the contract was very specific that it's a Nintendo,
Yeah.
not Switch. So Nintendo must have
Yeah.
told them like our next system's going to be up to par with you guys. So
Yeah.
I think that was the deal. So the thing with this is they basically made this contract because Xbox is trying to play nice with everybody to try to get this Activision Blizzard deal done. And so they're trying to like do this. But in doing so, now if it wasn't for them trying to pass this merger, they would have never signed this Call of Duty deal. So basically, Nintendo has that merger to be thankful for this whole thing happening. I think you're right there, Thomas. I don't think I would play Call of Duty. I would probably play Call of Duty on the PC before anything else. It just feels weird. But I do like the idea of maybe Nintendo's opening up to bringing adult games back to Nintendo. Because, man, I feel like, not to be, a downer, but I feel like it's mostly just family and child games half the time. I don't know. Do you guys get that vibe sometimes?
Yeah, and I think most definitely. I think for myself, Nintendo exclusive games are for sure a must buy. Like anything that's I luckily enough coming tomorrow snagged a copy of the physical Metroid
Nice.
game.
Nice.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, kind of fucking sucks when you spend $60 on the original GameCube one, so you can play it on the Wii, and then that bitch comes out. And so, yeah. But no, like Luigi's Mansion, anything Mario stuff like that, Link stuff, Zelda stuff. I mean, if it's not, yeah, I mean that's pretty much what keeps me going with Nintendo. But it would be the one thing that would be cool if they keep Call of Duty on it is somehow cross save data, or at least the save data so you can take it on the go, right?
Yeah.
So you could, I mean, I could see that for the hardcore guys. I mean, that have both systems, played on the PC.
Get a Steam Deck. I'm playing Harry Potter on both, bitches.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, I play on the PC. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, especially, it played better on the Steam Deck than my very much more advanced PC. I don't know why. It was like optimized for it. I think they paid a little extra for that. But it has been great because I'm just like hardcore questing over here. Then I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna farm herbs, whatever, and watch TV on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So it's been nice.
Nice. Farmer herbs, yeah, that would be the class that you'd be showing up to.
I am Hufflepuff. What can I say? We love our herbs. What can I say?
No, I was talking about the instructor herself, but whatever.
Hey.
Oh, gotcha.
You know I'm going.
Oh my god. All right, next up. This is basically.
You know what? No, fuck that. Hold on. You know what's funny? Because we see all the like memes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Of the professor. It was funny because the first time I attended that class, I was like, "Oh, goddamn!"
Yeah.
And then now it's blowing up on TikTok and stuff.
You should have put it out there first. You would have been trending. God damn it.
I know, damn. I didn't think everybody had the same reaction, I guess, when I walked into class that day. But whatever.
Only fucking Squeaks. Nope. There's other people out there.
Shit. Dude.
Squeaks is over there. He's like, guys, there's a new Dead or Alive volleyball game. I'm getting it day one. That's how he thinks.
That's a real story.
Yeah, facts. Don't check Rule 34 on that.
Man. Oh man.
All right. So there's a new rumor out that Tom Holland will be leading the Avengers in Phase 6. So starting with Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, Spidey's in charge. Of course, this is comic book accurate to how things are. He does run Avengers at some point. And they're even saying, according to these rumors, that Spider-Man 4 will be placed in between the two Avengers movies to kind of be a patch over. Couple things. This is done by My Time to Shine. Hello, there's a leaker. They have leaked reliable stuff in the past, so we could pretty much bet that this is okay. And also they're saying that Tom Holland signed a massive deal for this, kind of like a Robert Downey Jr. size deal for this. Thomas, do you think Tom Holland could lead the Avengers?
All right, so I feel like I have a lot to say about this actually, but I'm not. Well, let me start with this. I'm stoked that Tom Holland is in for a big contract because seeing him for another 3, 4 movies, I'm super on board with that. Is my favorite Spider-Man. I loved having Garfield back. I love having Maguire back, but he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Now, let's get to the second part of can he lead the Avengers? I don't know if I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
And hear me out. Like, we still have Captain America, we have Captain Marvel, we have these other Avengers who are in these leadership roles, who have, big military and fighting experience. I see them more as leaders. As far as we know, Thor's still around, Guy's still around. I feel like they should be leading the Avengers, but I don't know. I guess I just don't see that from Tom Holland Spider-Man. I'm happy he's here.
I like Doctor Strange. Like he was just looking up to Doctor Strange last
Doctor
Spider-Man
Strange.
movie, and then it's all of a
Right.
sudden like, so you're gonna have it swapped. I mean, I don't know. And plus, this is another thing too. By the way, we can talk about this later on. But Doctor Strange erased everybody on Earth's remembering of who Peter Parker is, basically. But then somebody brought up online too that what about all the Avengers that are not on Earth? Does that count for them? Because then you have Guardians of the Galaxy, you have Captain Marvel, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So hopefully that comes
Mhm.
back and we see some fun stuff with that. I mean, Thor is one of them too. I personally do have a hard time imagining Tom Holland specifically running the Avengers. Spider-Man in the comic books, though, there are so many times where he's like, I think it's because he plays in New York, so he has to be able to know the angles of every single thing. Think of that first Avengers battle in the movie. That's how Spider-Man normally operates. So when he's in the battlefield, he's automatically thinking like that, and he knows like if you put a Hawkeye right there and he's pointing in this direction, it's fine. It's everything like that. So he does very good in the comic books. I just don't know if Tom Holland can pull this off. While I think Tom Holland is one of the best Spider-Man we've ever seen, that is going to be hard to do. Squeaks, what's your opinion on this, man?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think for an intellectual leader is what probably they're going to go for instead of something like that's powerful that has seen that combat.
Mm-hmm.
And like we read in the comics before, he's taken over. I mean, as soon as we saw Kevin Feige's character basically get on the plane, he could use all the technology. I was like, okay, now we're going to get that type of Spider-Man it's going to be his own industry, like Stark Industry, but his Parker Industry, whatever it was. So I could see him leading on that aspect alone, using smarts. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. We'll see. But like I said, as an actor, Tom Holland, we'll see because there's going to be some beefy. How can you control the group, right? When you got these other beefy characters, and that's what might be the challenge.
Who do you think could be best contest against? Who do you think is not going to listen to him? Basically, like, do you think War Machine will be like, "Shut up, kid"? What do you think?
I
would.
think War Machine. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel,
Right.
Yeah, she has
I
all the
think-
power already. And then she probably is going to be confused, probably looking down on someone younger. But I can see her getting into her head about beefiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Captain Marvel, no reason. Hawkeye, no reason. Why does even Captain America, the Falcon, have to listen to him right now? He's got a lot to prove. And also, nobody remembers that he was Peter Parker. He's got a lot to prove from now till Phase 6, where he's supposed to take over this team.
I wonder if
I
that's
just-
that.
I don't know.
I wonder if not knowing he's Peter Parker might be to his advantage because he's not going to be a high schooler to them as much. Like, a lot of them who remember him as like, oh, the guy that was hugging Tony out on the battlefield kind of thing. That's gone. So now it's going to be like this mysterious hero that saves New York all the time. Maybe that'll help him. I don't know.
Unless you have characters that are not on Earth, like Captain Marvel's other Guardians.
Yeah.
I know Guardians 3 is basically a wrap for it all, but whatever might continue. Kind of, give them credit for things that the others don't remember. Kind of be like, oh, maybe this guy is legit. Kind of put stories together.
I hope it's the goofiest version of Thor is the one that's like, what are you guys talking about? Let's go hang out with Peter. And you're like, who the fuck are you talking about? I hope it's something like that, like Thor's or something like that. It's just gonna be like, come on, guys, you know who it is. Come on, Peter, don't start messing with me,
Yeah.
And then you try to convince the others. That'd be cool. Scarlet Witch,
So
I think
bad.
also she's like in the dark hole. Maybe she wasn't convinced. I don't know. Who knows? Magic in comic books is so wonka that it's hard to tell exactly where it works and where it doesn't work. Oh man.
Especially in Marvel lately, it's making its own rules on every movie. Oh, you're like, all right, I guess we're just going to have to be on board with this.
Yeah, don't get me started on Quantumanium. Oh god, listen to our challenge accepted on Quantumanium. I had such a hard time biting that bullet. That was a real rough one. Did you have a chance to watch that yet, Squeaks?
No. After Wakanda Forever, I said I'm going to stop watching superhero movies. I'm sticking to that in theaters.
In theaters,
so.
yeah. take your time. Yeah, don't rush out to see Quantumanium. Honestly, I'm gonna be fair with you. That one is the things you didn't like about Wakanda Forever are definitely there for this. So
Goddamn.
I mean, it was straight up Power Rangery at some
Asterisk though. I do want to go with you. We'll go see Flash and Guardians 3 for sure.
Yes, both of those I'll watch. Yeah, I'll go watch the Batman movie that has Flash in it, and then I'll watch Guardians 3. By the way, Guardians 4 is definitely on the table. It's just that this is the last with this crew of Guardians, because like the comic book, the Guardians team rotates a lot. So, Peter Quill will probably be dying or something shit like that.
Hey, watch your mouth.
You guys didn't say Shazam: Fear of the Gods because that comes out this month too.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why I didn't.
The first Shazam movie was pretty solid. I'm looking forward to the new Shazam.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's. Hey, I'm gonna throw it out there. I think it's better than Black Adam. Okay.
No, I agree with you on that one.
I do too.
I thought I had to fight somebody, but okay, they were okay.
No, I was trying to create controversy where there was none. I agree with you 100%. That did not change the hierarchy of power.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some network news that we're going to go to recommendations. Network news-wise, we have a new season of Outlast podcast and Level Up. Again, Level Up has a new host, and I'm just so proud of the work over there. Those both came out this week, so you guys go check those out. We'll have the links in the description. Our YouTube channel, we have changed a few things because it's been growing pretty steadily. So we wanted to make things all seem coherent, and it's not just like a scattering of, hey, Frank's putting up videos this day and not that day. It now makes more sense over there. So go check that out, guys. We have like playlists and things. We're so classy now. I know, so fancy.
Damn.
We have a brand new community night. This one's gonna be on March 3rd, and we're starting a brand new Minecraft realm. So that's a lot of Frank's pulling rank because everybody's like, well, let's try out this game. It's like, I really got a niche for Minecraft. So we're going to do Minecraft realm. So if you guys want to join the realm, you got to let us know on Discord and we'll make sure you have a spot. Other than that, of course, we also stream community night. So you could join the stream or you could actually join the Minecraft realm itself and play alongside of us. That's March 3rd. Signups are going to be available the day this episode releases in the description. On our Discord. Let's get into recommendations. Squeaks, you want to start us off with the recommendations for the week?
Yeah. You know what? This is not so much in the geek world, but I'm digging the hell out of this thing. I'm gonna go with. I don't know if you ever heard this. It's on Apple TV, but it's called Hello Tomorrow. Has anybody check that out?
I haven't seen that yet. How do you like that?
Okay. So, one, I like the '50s era, right? The style kind of things, how whatever worked, right? But what's even better than fucking that is what I always want to explore in a Fallout is the 50s in the future, basically. Like all their technology, right? Splurge, right? When I first bought it was like everything that I just want to, like be in that world, right? It's kind of funny. It's not what I was expecting, but I'm not all the way through. It's a different story than what I thought it was going to be. So I'm kind of hoping that the futuristic parts of it being in the 50s kind of come more into play than what it actually is. I'm just not really saying too much for spoiler reasons.
It has Hank Azaria, right? He's the main character.
Which, man, when I saw him, I was like, damn, I have not seen this guy in a while now. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. But man, I just feel like Apple TV lately has just been really putting on some pretty neat bangers. So,
sleeper hits, dude. They just released the Ted Lasso season 3 trailer and got a lot of good feedback on the trailer already. And Severance, I keep suggesting Severance to everybody. I just liked that so much. It really felt like a Twilight Zone to me. So yeah, that's a good one. I'll have to check that out. I saw him do an interview for it and I was like, oh man, because he did a show called Brockheimer, I think it was, and he's been doing The Simpsons since day one. So shout out to him, Hank Azaria, and Mystery Men. Go watch Mystery Men, guys. Get ready, it'll be on Challenges.
Yeah, Mystery Men.
Oh yeah, that's a good challenge accepted show for sure.
I'll go next. My suggestion, you guys, is the comic series Dark Knights of Steel by Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor, you know it's going to be good, right? The artwork for this thing, I forgot to write down the name for the artist, is amazing. So I've been meaning to meaning to read these for a while, but I was waiting for like the omnibus to come out. Well, they have the volume 1, which is issues 1 through 6. It's going to be a 12-part series. For now, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to keep going with this because it's one of the more popular things that DC does right now. It is so good. So Tom Taylor writes it. The idea is, I'll just give you guys the real quick synopsis. It's an Elseworld story for DC. Superman's family, Krypton's about to blow up, lands on Earth. It's not just Superman, it's also his parents. And they don't land on, 1950s or whatever. They land in medieval times. in this kingdom with it's so fucking fanboy fan fiction greatness. The kingdom ruled by the Wayne family. Thomas and Martha Wayne, king and queen. It is the dopest ass story. The other kingdom that eventually becomes rivals are the Jefferson kingdom, Jefferson's family, which you guys know for Black Lightning and his daughter, 2 daughters and son. It is so badass. It's ridiculous how good this is. I don't want to explain everything for you, but basically the quick thing is, very few people talk about one of the weaknesses for Superman. Sorry, I know I'm going to go hard. Is magic. And everybody talks about kryptonite, but magic's one of the weaknesses, right? Medieval times is magic stuff. So the entire job of the Bat Prince or Batman is to hunt down magic users that step foot on the House of L's property. And so he hunts down magic users. Him and his Robins, his squire team of Robins, they hunt down magic users and kill them or enslave them, or imprison them, so that they can't affect the L's family. Meanwhile, the kingdom of metahumans or magic users, which led by Black Lightning, is over there worried about these guys that are, imprisoning. And of course, there's the Amazonians that are trying to stay neutral, but they're having a hard time with that too. It is everything you want. I want to tell you guys the villains because it's so ridiculous, but I'll have to say that off mic because it's the most fan fiction thing ever. Again, it's Tom Taylor writing fan fiction. Put Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman in medieval times. Please check it out. Volume 1 came out in September. They have 3 more issues till Volume 2 comes out, which will be the complete set. I can't suggest it enough. It is super, super good.
Damn, I want to go out and get that right now. That sounds sick as hell.
It's exactly, and what's great is it's like Superman isn't Clark Kent who, raised a human. No, he is a prince who was raised rich. So he's nice to an extent. And Batman was a kind of bastard son. So he's not necessarily an orphan. It's really freaking dope. It's so freaking dope. And yeah, it's really cool. I'll explain the villain too because it's kind of ridiculous, but we'll do that later on. What do you got, Thomas?
That sounds sweet. My recommendation, again, it's not necessarily geek related, but I started watching this on Saturday and I could not stop. I was blown away by it, and it's on Netflix. It's called Physical 100. And I keep saying, and I truly do believe this, if they had this show in the US, it'd be the #1 show. Basically, they take the most fit people around Korea, or Olympians, or like YouTube fitness people, or special forces, firefighters, athletes, and they put them all in one physical competition. And it's weirdly, it's safe, but it's also like Squid Games-esque in a way.
Yeah.
So it's so freaking crazy. I've loved it. I didn't think the ending was that great, but the way it starts and the way it goes through and the competitions are just savage AF. They beat the crap out of each other and they are just so jacked and ripped. It's ridiculous. So watch that, Physical 100.
Do me a favor, describe to everybody here, in case they don't listen to Challenge Accepted, describe to them the dubbing for this show.
Oh my God. It's bad. It's super bad. The dubs are terrible, but that is kind of the special part about the show, at least it was for me, because they will repeat a certain moment in one of the competitions, like the final seconds of a match. They'll be like, "You could do it," and then film it from another angle and be like, "You could do it," and then another angle, "You could do it." So it just repeats it over,
Super
and it just
anime.
cracked me up. Super anime-esque. It was cracking me up.
Just waiting for that Gohan, like, whoa!
Exactly. And I don't know. It was part of the charm of the show for me. So I loved it, man. It was just everything about that show was great.
Netflix keeps suggesting it to me, so I do have to watch it at some point too. And I noticed it was like, holy shit, that's like the strongest Korean dude I've ever seen in my life. And then he's also competing against that guy's not strong, but he's super sinewy. Like you can tell that guy's the fastest Korean dude I've ever seen in my life. So it's not just all strong people. It's different versions of what a physical person would be. So
it's out. Like the world's strongest man versus a gymnast.
Yeah,
same competition.
That's awesome.
It doesn't make sense, but it's so badass to see how it all plays out.
Okay, yeah, we'll check that out. All right, guys, that is it for us this week. Please check out the rest of the Geek Freaks Network, also Joystick Show. Thomas also hosts the Joystick Show. They have a new interview coming up. What's your new interview? Let's drop a hint to that.
It's with Rick Ives. He is an assistant editor at Marvel. He's basically worked on Infinity War, Endgame, and all that stuff. But he came out with his own movie called Solid Rock Trust, and that interview comes out on Thursday.
There you go. I will put a link off to that in the description so you guys can go over there and subscribe. All right, that's it for us. We will see you guys next week. Bye.